We've decided that we're going to be getting a divorce and we're leaving the resort.
We have a special connection, Florian and I think Stacey gets a little intimidated by that.
I applied documents for my parents without telling anybody.
Wow, I didn't see Ari and Benny breaking up this soon into the season. I mean, it definitely feels like they've been broken up for a long time, but it needed to be officially over because they are extremely unhappy. I just didn't see it coming this soon. So Ari and Benny meet up with Sarah and James. Ari comes to the conclusion that she is ready for a divorce, and Benny says that he's lost feelings, emotional feelings for Ari for a long time now, and it's very clear. He looks grossed out by her. And I'm happy for both of them. I think this was the best for both of them. Ari seems in a better place now emotionally. She seems like she's a little bit more self-aware. And Benny was in the Super Bowl, so they both seem like they're living their best lives right now. And they seem like they still get along. Maybe they have an even healthier relationship now. I wish them the best. And I wonder if we're ever going to see either one of them again. Maybe pillow talk or something like that. Because it's weird. You feel like you kind of grow a connection to these people on these shows. And for me, it's a little sad when I think about never seeing them again.
Thanks for everything. Wherever something you need me, I'll be there.
So Rob and Darcey are working out together, and Rob says, what did he miss since he didn't go to dinner last night?
Stacey was starting. She came in really hot as soon as I arrived.
Hey, you?
She said, what, do you want my husband? I said, are you kidding me? Are you crazy? Absolutely not. Never in a million years.
And Rob says, do you ever think that you might need space away from each other?
This family, so on top of each other, is actually driving y'all apart.
It is. It absolutely is. And if we don't fix that now, we're gone. We were done.
They're together so much, and they give each other so much feedback on everything, even without the other asking. And there's going to be a tension when you want to make your own decisions, but your sister thinks she knows best. And that's what's going on between Darcey and Stacey. And I know from experience, my twin sister and I do the same thing. Not so much anymore. So Darcey and Stacey really, really, really need time away from each other. Because if not, they're just going to keep telling each other what to do. They're going to keep criticizing each other. They're going to keep bickering when all they want to do is just make their own decisions. And if they are away from each other, they'll be able to make their own decisions. And I think that's what they need. That's what I needed. Rob explains that he could see why Stacey feels this way, which I get too. I could understand why Stacey would feel that way because Darcey and Florian are just too close. Together, they don't respect Stacey. So I see where Stacey is coming from when it comes to that. And Rob says he thinks the same. He thinks that they are together too much. Josh joins them on the bikes, and Darcey apologizes because Josh was there the night before and he did see what happened with Stacey. So she says she's embarrassed, and Josh is like, oh, it's fine. Like, I've experienced worse while being here. And Darcey asks why? What happened? Like, what's going on?
Natalie's just like attacking me.
You know, I know I'm a good person, I'm a giver, and I just can't keep being called these names and like having her cut me down.
When I haven't done anything wrong.
And like,
Oh my God. Shut up.
what do you think she wants from you?
To be in my house, be with my kid, you know, to come to my job, be around my employees.
She's unpredictable.
She's unpredictable, and I can't bring that into my home.
He says that Natalie wants to be included more. She wants to go to work events around his family, to his home, you know, regular girlfriend things. I don't think Natalie's asking for too much. Why don't you just leave her alone if you know that you're never gonna include her in your life and let her move on? But we all know that Josh is using Natalie for attention, to grow his business, to get other girls. Then stop picking at Natalie. He loves to look like the victim, just like Gino, another one. They love looking like the victim and making their partner look like the crazy one. So it's just gonna be the same thing over and over with those two. Natalie shows up and everybody's a little like awkward because they were just talking about her negatively.
Oh, hey, how's it going?
I was looking for you.
Oh, okay.
See you last night.
Yeah,
Just
I
having a
also
little
want to
workout.
exercise with you.
I noticed Rob checking Natalie out. His eyes zoomed right into her butt. Natalie doesn't know how to work the machine. She asks Darcey to help her, and Darcey looks over at Josh, even says, Josh, help Natalie. And as soon as Josh even goes next to Natalie, she starts picking at him.
Why do you want so much?
Pedal this way.
Why
There
do
you
want so
go.
much?
Goes, yeah.
Josh ignores me. He came to build a relationship relationship with me and he doesn't give him 1 hour of his time to me.
And it's just very uncomfortable. She starts explaining how Josh body shames her.
And he tells to people nasty stuff about me. He body shames me.
How did he body shame you?
You know, like he doesn't want to sleep with me.
I think the body shaming was maybe a
He
misinterpretation.
says a lot of stuff.
Somebody really needs to explain to Natalie what body shaming is, because she looks and sounds so silly because she doesn't know what she's talking about when it comes to body shaming. And it just gets so awkward for Josh that he decides to leave and they just continue talking about him. Just to add this in quickly, we don't really see much of Stacey, but I just wanted to say that she got that drunk just to be in the same room as Darcey. So unhealthy, and it's so sad. You were just sick and you haven't even been drinking because of how sick you are, and you needed to numb that much when your sister, the person that you're supposed to be the closest to in the world, comes to the resort. You need to be that drunk. It's really sad. And Reba and Jasmine talk to each other about how open marriages work. And Reba starts explaining how she's in an open marriage and you need a lot of trust, a lot of communication, healthiness in order to make it work. And I don't think Jasmine realizes how toxic their relationship is. And an open marriage would never work when it comes to Jasmine and Gino unless they both do years of their own therapy and therapy together. Congratulations to Jasmine, because we know she's moved on and we know she's either had her baby already or is about to have her baby. So congratulations to Jasmine. I'm very happy that her and Gino broke up because they are terrible together. So Brandon and Julia decide to meet with James to talk about their relationship and to talk about the relationship they have with his parents and even Julia's parents.
Me and Betty, Brandon's mom, we are like nuclear war.
Brandon is excited to see his parents, but Julia is not. She takes a deep breath and James notices the difference between Julia's reaction and Brandon's reaction to seeing them.
I'm excited to see them. I really am.
You're taking a deep breath. What's going through your brain?
When we in a one place together, we always fight.
Then Julia starts explaining that she felt like there's been a competition with Brandon's mom and herself since day one.
Me and Brandon's mom, we have competitions for attentions, for being right.
I just feel like you're making it up. I feel like she's not competing with you.
And Brandon says it's all in Julia's head. And that got on my nerves. Brandon, why don't you try to validate your wife? Why don't you try to understand why she feels like there's a competition between her and your mother? Maybe if you try to understand where Julia was coming from sometimes, she won't have to hide things from you. You don't validate her. You think things are all in her head. It's Julia against you three. And why would Julia feel safe or comfortable when this is how it is with you guys all the time, when no one's on her side?
Because he always come to them and say how I'm doing wrong and I'm bad person.
Julia says that Brandon's father tries to be on her side, but as soon as Brandon's mom comes around, she right away makes him on Brandon's side. And that would really piss me off too. I wouldn't feel safe in that environment. So I could really understand why Julia hides things from him.
I want my parents here. I want to have my support side. I have somebody who comes to them and say what my husband doing wrong. I want.
And I can see why she would want her parents around, because obviously her parents are going to be on her side and she'll finally have somebody on her side, seeing where she's coming from for once. Brandon, you're not an angel. Just because you're paying for things while Julia's living in America doesn't mean you're right and she's always wrong.
I have a day for interview for my parents to come here for visit.
What?
Wow!
But hopefully they all meet together again and find out what's gonna happen, because I have some questions.
She cheated on me, you know that?
What?
What are you talking
Yeah, in Russia.
I got us some things. I think you should shave down there. Handcuffs to play around. It's my mom's favorite color.
Purple color because it's your mom's favorite color.
I mean, you remind me of her, so.
Oh, police!
But that's the end of the episode. Let me know what you thought about it and what couples you think might end up together. I have some predictions. I believe Brandon and Julie are going to stay together. I don't think Stacey and Florian are together anymore. Obviously, Jasmine and Gino aren't together anymore. And I definitely don't think Rob and Sophie are. And now we see Bini and Ari are getting a divorce. So this was an interesting episode and I can't wait to see what else happens. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.